first Carousel Spatula, and you're playing one of those S tier comp and you have a spot but you don't know what to do with it, I got you. Let's go into it. Boom! This is the best users for each Spatulas. Video done. No? You want more? Okay, fine. I will cover more. I will just explain briefly why those are the best. First, with their specific comps, I will cover a little later. There is, I think everybody knows that Mage, Shyvana, and Swain just basically double in HP. Swain with 2-star with Mage Cap has like what? 10k HP, which is disgusting. Shyvana has a little less. She has like 8k, depending if you play her with brawlers, of course. You play her with 8 brawlers, 3 mages, if you can make that happen. I think she has like 14k HP. So, again, really, really strong. And if you're playing the mage comp and you somehow get another mage cap over than the Swain, you can put it on a zillion so nobody dies. Yeah, really, really strong. Samira, honestly, you can put almost any Spatulas on her. I do believe that those are the best within their specific comps that we'll cover later. Yone is the same. You can put Dualist, you can put Divine, they're all fine. I think Dualist skill is, you know, a must known, right? Because all she needs is attack speed. So if you give her Dualist with 2 or 4 Dualists, then you're good to go. Same with Sivir. So Sivir is great specifically if you play 6 Cultists in early to mid game with the Kalista that gives you Dualist. And if you have Kalista and Sivir Care with Dualist, you're gonna win streak with 6 Cultists. You have the choice to go 9 Cultists, you have the choice to go back into Kill. Sivir 3 is fine as well. You have a lot of options. So I do believe that those two are the best. As far as Vanguard spot, any frontliner will do, but if you're playing the Vanguard Mystic composition, then Niko is definitely the best by far, since she will be your carry. And in that case, you can go 6 Vanguards, 3 Bubbles, 2 Mystic, that we'll cover later. Elder Soul, which was dominating the meta early this set 4.5. Yeah, don't forget it, it's still really, really strong. Assassins, so it depends on the compositions. If you're playing Keeper Cannon, then Assassin's probably not the best. But for listen, if you have maybe a Kale that's isolated here, or you know, a single target that you need to have eliminated fast, just drop the Assassin spot on his sin, make him jump, make him kick, you're good to go. Yeah, so now I'm gonna cover all the compositions. So first Niko, yeah, Vanguard spot on Niko. The goal for this comp again is to have Nautilus 3 and Niko 3, so I would be down to at 7. For these two, potentially at 8 to finalize the Niko 3 once you have the Nautilus 3. 6 Vanguards, 2 Mystic, 3 Fables, that's the comp. Vanguard spot, Gunblade, Drew Gauntlet I think is best. You can potentially have GA here if you feel it's unsafe. But otherwise, I really like the sustain of the Gunblade on the Niko. Which is why I put the Silem here. In all, still really strong comp, but I do believe that to make it to top 4 or top 1, you really need the spot. So if you have a Vanguard spot and you're playing this comp, definitely play with it on the Niko. Now we're gonna talk about another potential depending Vanguard that you can use, which is just a Slayer basically. Again, here I didn't put any chosen, so you're playing flex, but basically Slayers being the top comp dispatch again with Samira, especially with those items, that's disgusting. You just need a strong frontline and 3 Slayers, and that's basically your comp. If you get Sejuani, Aatrox, Ornn, somehow, or Braum, just another Vanguard, just put the Vanguard Spat on Olaf. Maybe you can have the Hurricane on him, and you're basically good to go. This comp is insanely strong, super strong frontline, really hard to kill Olaf, and if Olaf doesn't kill everything, the Samira will. So, you know, just make sure you have Sharpshooter, Slayer, strong frontline, you're good to go. As far as in the Talon comp, so Talon comp you have multiple choices, depending on what spots you get. I really like the Divine Spat on the Morgana, just because it's true damage on top of the Morello. She will heal more, she will tank more, the Talon will have an easier time finishing everybody off. Fantastic. If you get an Assassin Spat, definitely go for the Lysine, drop the Pike, since you won't need it in that case, unless you go for the 4 Assassins chosen, which will be something like this. Let me just put in the Pike, there you go. That's also really strong. You can also put the Divine Spite on Swain, it's just Morgana is the main carry in this comp, so yeah. Listen, Assassins, I said it before, if you have a unit that needs to be kicked instantly, that's in the back, you just position him there, you put Talon on the other side, and you're good to go. That's just one example. Warlords. Actually this comp is insane. If you can get it online with Samira 2, I wouldn't say this is a guaranteed first, but you're definitely playing for first here. Like, you shouldn't get anything below second if you get those units and the Warlord Spot on a Samira with those items. That's insanely strong. Of course, at that stage, I would, of course, assume that you have these two on Katarina because she would have been your carry in the mid game. But yes, if you have Warlord Chosen and the Warlord Spot, definitely go for this. This is super strong. It does require you to go 9 and find Samira 2 to really spike, but you have Slayer, you have Sharpshooter for the Samira, you have a ton of HP, you have CC, you have damage, you're good to go. It is the same for 9 Dragon Soul, as long as you have your Dragon Soul on Samira and those other Dragon Souls you need frontline. So 9 Dragon Soul is 6 blessings, right? Which is why I have 5 here, because usually the Samira will fire first and we have the last blessing. Yeah, just put a soul here in the front with GA just to make sure he's ulting and not dying instantly, and Samira should be able to do the rest of the damage with the attack speed and those items. Again, Dragon Soul is another comp you see often, but if you get Dragon Soul Chosen and the Spat, definitely go for it. Elder Soul, that didn't change much from where it was at its best. 9 Elderwood, 3 mages, a Soul Elderwood, super strong, tons of damage, all items, you get a Randuin here, GG, right? There is not much to say. You play all the Elderwood units until waiting for the 9 and to find the Ornn. You can potentially play with more Keepers instead, or 5 mages, whichever one you get. But yeah, really strong. Now, if you have Dualist, then this will be an insane comp if you get Dualist Kale with those items. Of course, here, if you have Divine Spot, I would recommend just put it on the unit and go for 4 Divine. That's also insane for the Kale to do more damage and be even more safe. It does require you to have Lysine and Yone 8 fully upgraded, so I know it's, you know, not that much of a chance, but this is super clean, and this Kale is gonna fire really hard. Especially if you have Executioner Chosen, that's gonna destroy most of the lobbies. Super strong. And finally, so this is just a little bit all over the place, but the main comp is basically 7 mages, 3 Dragon Soul. And you have so many options here, right? So at the beginning of the game, if you have a mage chosen and a mage cap, you put the mage cap on the Shyvana. That would just give you Dragon Soul. And mage Shyvana has a ton of HP, she will tank a lot, you will have a ton of damage. At that point I do not assume you have a soul, which is why I would rather have the buff on Shyvana here. Really strong. If you get a Dragon Soul spat, definitely put it on the Annie, she will be your frontliner for the entire game. Hopefully you have some tanky items on her, maybe like Titans and Warmogs, I don't know. Those two are great. Yeah, mage cap later in the game can either be on the Swain or the Zillion, depending if you need Mystic or not. Swain will just have another fantastic tank that will be super hard to kill, and if it dies, by the time it dies, your A-Soul should be able to destroy everybody. So yeah. That's it for this mini guide on what Spatulas to use on the best compositions for this patch 11.6 and probably for the rest of this set, let's be honest. Let me know if you do have any questions down in the comments or on my Discord, but I will see you guys next time.